Welcome to this series of podcasts from DriversPay, where we're exploring the future of DriversPay. And in this series, we're talking to some of the early adopters of the DriversPay kiosk and Fusion software. I'm delighted to have Kenny Dodds, who is with Dean Taxis. And Kenny, if you could just introduce your firm and the scale of the operation, that would really be good.
My name is Kenny Dodds. I'm the business development manager for Dean Taxis in Tyne and Wear, Gateshead, Tyne and Wear. We're a family-run business. We were established in 1986 and have approximately 450 vehicles operating under our name.
So you came across the DriversPay solution and you obviously were looking for some form of change. What sort of challenges and problems were you facing at Dean Taxis?
The taxi industry is predominantly still a cash business, and we still have a large number of drivers who are wanting to pay their office rent via cash, as well as drivers who are renting cars off us. They're wanting to pay for their cars by cash. This was a problem in respect that with 450 drivers, we were having to set aside a number of staff to be available on a Monday morning, which was predominantly our main day for collecting the monies in. We had to set aside the staff from their regular tasks to be able to take the money from the drivers. Apart from taking the staff away from their normal jobs, we also presented with the security aspect of handling so much cash in a very, very short space of time. So as business development manager, I was tasked with the process of streamlining the process of getting the money in and out to the drivers.
How did you approach it then from a business case point of view? What were the top three things that you put to the directors of the company that DriversPay would make a real difference with?
It was a very, very simple process for me. I'd been tasked to do this. I went into the marketplace to see what was available. And lo and behold, with being in the industry myself since 1990, you come across people on a regular basis. And Lee, Mike, and Andy, their name popped up as being involved with a business that was producing something that I was looking for. So when I took it to the directors of Dean Taxis, they basically says, what do you know about it? And who do you know within the business? I explained that I knew the three directors, and they had given me their assurances. We discussed the workings of the system, and it was a no-brainer.
Did you have any systems to integrate with?
Yes, we currently use the AutoCab data dispatch system and the Phantom telephone system, again supplied by AutoCab. When I spoke to Andy, he explained that the product was up and running with different suppliers. However, as of the time when I was speaking to him, he hadn't actually completed the full automation with AutoCab, and they hadn't released the API key. Because of my history with AutoCab, I spoke to the managing director, Safa, explained to him about this product, and he was very, very keen to get on board. He issued an API, which DriversPay integrated fully within a very, very short space of time. And we were able to get our machine within 4 weeks of first order.
So were you the very first customer then to implement the interface with AutoCab?
Yes, we were. We were very hands-on in getting the API key from AutoCab with DriversPay. So yes, we were the first. However, I now understand that they have many customers on the AutoCab system.
So you've got 450 drivers to actually implement the system. What's your strategy for covering that many drivers?
With staff, we were limited to the number of hours we could release to actually collecting the payments. With the DriversPay machine, it's switched on. Drivers have access 24/7. So now collecting the money is it's child's play.
And how many kiosks have you needed on the cash collection side of things?
At present, we have one cash machine, but we are looking to expand that in the very, very near future to 2, possibly 3 machines.
And so, Kenny, the typical taxi office without a system like DriversPay, I guess there'd have been a few arguments and disputes every now and again. Was that the case, and what's life like now?
Yeah, absolutely, John. Whenever you're asking somebody for money or demanding payment for something, there's always an argument. I only worked 2 days this week. My car's broken down, and I could write a book on the number of excuses that we've had over the years. With DriversPay machine, it's a figure. The driver's told to pay that figure. If he doesn't pay the figure, it switches him off. The machine has no emotions, unlike human beings.
Did you have to change the contractual model with the drivers in order to enforce the law?
Not really change it. We basically explained that it was something that our system provider had implemented, and we just had to play along with it.
So, Kenny, you put the business case in. Did it live up to the expectations? Have you made a saving? Have you improved the business?
Yes, it's still very, very early days. We're not having as many man hours taken in the cash payments. We are noticing that the drivers have embraced it and are using it at their leisure. We've got so many different features within DriversPay that we are in the process of implementing, the lockout feature being one. If anybody hasn't paid their rent by 1 o'clock on a Monday afternoon, the system will automatically switch them off. We've always found this a problem when there's been a human at the other end of the conversation. You're late with your payment, you're switched off. But now the machine does it all. The machine says no, and the driver then has to come with his tails between his legs to be reactivated. If I had to sum it up in one word, it would be easy. If I was to ask, would I send it to, or would I advise any other customer in the same situation as what we were to go for it, it would be yes. Very, very simply yes.
Fantastic. It sounds like you're a great pioneer for DriversPay and building the future for DriversPay up in the Northeast and setting the pace, really. So thank you very much for being one of the early adopters, and from the directors of DriversPay, we wish you more success.
Thank you very much, John. Thanks, guys.